And I think Carl, who's been keeping count, unlike me, said that pushed us to power level 17.
That
That
is
did.
correct.
All right.
So make those 2 points count.
Uh, the first every time we get 2 points after a level increase,
Defense?
one goes into my dodge focus to up my defense, and the others go into feats. So all my four main skills rather all go up to level cap.
That makes sense. So let's briefly go over where everyone uh, is at and where you guys are at. We'll pull up the Roll20 map so we can see, because I think I've got the stuff mostly left from last time. I'll flip over to that page. Let that come up. I can take Havoc and Modoc and all that off the board. And the Sentinel, oh well, that's Sentinel with Loki's head on it that you guys have. Okay. So you guys had made your way through the base, or let me go back. Let me actually go back a bit. Geddes made a number of discoveries about Vandal Savage's plans, the fact that he had time traveled in some method, the fact that he has a set of those gems like yours that he seems to be using in some kind of device, the fact that there does seem to be some kind of time travel involved, the fact that he has made some shifts in the way the world is. You guys went to your base in order to see if you could find the gem, that you'd stored away, or to see what other kinds of information you could get from that. When you got here, you discovered that there were a group of agents of Vandal Savage and essentially Vandal Savage / Apokolips, and that was his Infinites who were assaulting the base, and discovered that Dr. Simeon, as well as a couple of the Furies, were here, and discovered that there were some weird temporal distortions going on throughout the base. You had the fight, you took down the Sentinels that were in here, you took down most of the Infinites. Dark Beast managed to get away with something out of the cells. Not entirely clear what that was, out of the main vault. And you guys were worried that they had taken the gem, but in fact you discovered that Mr. Miracle's protege, Leech, aka Kid Miracle Man, or young Mr. Miracle, had in fact acquired the gem, and that he had been using essentially kind of paradox, kind of temporal distortion that had been going on in the base to protect himself and to move through it. And that certain parts of the base do kind of weirdly flip back and forth between this new Vandal Savage reality and the old reality. And there were a couple other things you guys had on your sort of list of investigations. The whole thing with the Richards, the whole thing with the Gems as prisons. Those were a couple of things. Fenton was mentioned. Some other time travel stuff was mentioned. The time travel gates, and in particular, I know you guys mentioned trying to sabotage the construction that Savage is doing to create the massive boom tube. And so that's where we're going to start tonight, is with you guys at the base. You have a little bit of breathing room, but not much, before you need to move away from the base itself.
Okay, Sandra, when you said that, what I want to do, and I guess we get Iron Man and me to work on this, is since you're saying the base is flexing back and forth, what I
Yes.
want to do is try and download from a server a very complete, or at least a large database about the history of our world. And what I want to, if I can, I'd like to download of a history of our world, stock market, whatever. And then if it switches back to the other side, to download the exact same thing, but with it switches to the Vandal Savage world.
Okay. Why don't we have you make Fabian, how are you doing?
Oh,
I'm
Fabian, just
good.
what?
Managing kids, so that's the.
Yeah, we're just going to kind of do a little planning slash
I
move on
think
a
it's
few
upstairs.
things session tonight. So don't
Sounds
worry.
sounds like a plan. All
Okay.
right, thank you.
So
I'll try not to let it interfere.
okay. So why don't we have Carl? Why don't you make an extra dimensional physics roll, and we'll have Tony Stark slash Iron Man make a computers roll. How
Okay,
does that sound? Sound fair?
that sounds great.
Ooh, look at that. And now, Carl, I need you to roll a 1.
Oops, not that.
What are you doing in Reno?
I always do stuff in Reno.
Did you go to Reno to shoot a
No,
man?
it's. I will actually.
For the other
This,
woman.
to me, this is important. On it. I will use a hero point for that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
God damn it! No, that's a site specific that I had to do in D20 plus 20. There we go.
Okay. So you guys will kind of rush through, and I'll come back to you, Thor and Iron and Mr. Miracle in a second. But you will see them go. You've gotten some background from Leech about where some of these things have gone on. You'll go to the HQ room and wait. And when there is that sort of weird shift where you can see things kind of change a little bit, you do have the sense that this temporal bubble that has been affecting the base is maybe breaking down now. Carl, you'll be able to, using some of the materials that you were using for the dimensional transport, be able to stabilize that as Iron Man quickly activates his device and does a quick download of as much information, essentially lightning fast relays, trying to get as much as he can quickly, and then it'll switch back, and the computers are very different, but he's already, when you guys came into the base, you may remember that Iron Man spent some time trying to figure out the systems and adapt to it, so he's able to get a set of that information there.
Okay.
Miracle, Thor, what are you doing while that's going on?
Doing. I want to check out. We've got these X-Men, right?
I believe that you have Havoc captured. Probably Cyclops as well, if memory serves me correctly.
I think Beast was pretty much the only one that got away.
The one he was who was I fighting?
Sunfire.
Sunfire.
And he was limping away. I mean, he was staggered.
Yeah.
And so he was limping
Avalanche
away.
got away as well.
I think that was.
Yeah, Avalanche got away. Sunfire was dropped. So essentially, you guys captured Gambit, Havoc, and Cyclops.
Can we just kill Gambit now?
I would have no problem with that, except that we're not running that kind of game.
It was a joke.
Well, I want to examine them, or do a full medical sort of analysis on them. Have we ever heard of these people existing in our world?
No, I mean, you met a version of Cyclops in the medieval world. Why don't you make a quick medicine roll for me there, Thor?
I mean, do they have any devices on them that might indicate that they're being coerced in some way, mental control things or something?
They're being mentally controlled by money and power.
I'm waiting.
And the
for
screams
Thor's
of small
roll.
children.
And the screams of small children I can hear.
13.
Is that your final answer?
30 is pretty darn good, yes.
Okay. Sure you want to spend a hero point on that?
Especially early when I said there's going to be no fight. Don't worry about it. Do it! It calls to you.
All right.
It's not
but
like
what if I
we'll be
roll a-
jumped
what
at
if
the
I
end of
roll
this session and have to keep all the hero points the same. Here you go, buddy.
What if I roll worse? What if I roll an 11? Lowell wants me to roll an 11. Don't you roll? Oh. 34.
34. It doesn't seem like they have implants or anything like that. That does seem not to be the case. However, there is a weird thing that you get when you're looking at this, that you're like, there's something with their chemical nature, their medical nature that seems familiar to you, like you've seen that before, and it will take you a second, and you'll realize that some of the weird signatures you're seeing on these people actually match up to what you saw from Mr. Freeze at the very beginning when he came to you about his medical condition.
That he was dying? Was that?
Yeah, that
Was
he's
that-
that there was having some systemic breakdown.
And how is Freeze doing with that?
You're not sure.
I'll go and track him down.
Okay. He seems occupied with building the computer stuff right now and getting the data downloaded.
Then he won't mind a quick blood sample. Hold still. This hammer won't hurt.
Do you want to make another medical check for me, Scott?
Sure. He's got like 3 minutes to live. 27. I know what I'm looking for now, though.
Is that your final answer?
You want me to use another hero point? Another one? This could be important, though. This could be Mr. Freeze's life, don't you think?
It could be.
I'm back. Kind of.
Okay.
There you
wow.
go. He doesn't even notice the needle.
You take the sample. You know that Freeze looked at the stuff. There was some analysis done on it, but you guys were in the middle of a lot of stuff. You'll kind of run down quickly. You want to do as much as you can in terms of atomic comparison and so on, and you will get to the next closest thing, which is essentially the highest powered sort of atomic microscope that you have to do the check. And when you do that, you will realize that there are things in Freeze's bloodstream and in the bloodstream of essentially both Havoc and Cyclops.
Oh, Gambit's just a natural traitor. I kill him.
No. It appears to be some kind of microscopic nanosentinel infestation.
Oh. What kills it? That's what I...
That you don't know.
Fire! Kill it with fire!
But it does seem like, and they're the same.
That's... Is Freeze's breakdown farther along than these X-Men, or...
The X-Men thing, they seem to be operating under different orders.
They're not doing the same... They're not breaking down the X-Men's body, or...
That is
farming
correct.
them?
It seems like they're more a could-be activated device.
Well, I will work on trying to figure out how...
Well, that will be difficult given that you guys need to move out of this base quite quickly.
if
but we'll
I
come
hit
back to
them
you.
with the most powerful lightning bolt, would that probably fry them, wouldn't it?
That would probably fry them. In fact, I would say if you were to hit Mr. Freeze, with a killing bolt.
They would all be dead.
I've cured you.
Um, so Miracle, what are you doing? Um, it looks like
Okay.
Thor is running off doing some medical stuff, and Freeze and Iron Man are doing computer things. What about yourself?
Okay, I'm curious about the gem that Kid Miracle was using because, it seems like the prison gem that I had
It is.
turned into like a player knowledge, an
Yeah.
infinity gem when
Yeah.
we got here. So I want to ask him, was it always, like find out like was it always a temporal thing? Was it one of the prison gems that we had?
He,
Does it change when you kind of go between the distortions? That kind of line of inquiry.
he will say when I've gone outside, the gem does the shard does change, and it is the other shard that you guys recovered from the attack sites. Um, and he will show it to you. Again, it's crackling with a very different set of energies than before, but it's definitely one of those Phantom Zone gems.
Hmm. Um, Now that I've got an assistant here and we've got a little bit of time, um, can I attempt to kind of break the lock and see if I can crack the code on this prison?
You mean open it up or make your way in?
I'll make my way in.
Can we not do that right now?
Why
Can
don't
we
you
go
make a
find
disable
You're
device
busy.
roll?
I'm not with you.
fucker?
Go ahead and
All
make a
right.
disable device.
Fail device.
And we
Skill.
never saw Mr. Miracle again.
Let's see.
Well, Kid Miracle, looks like you're promoted.
Hero point.
Okay, there we go.
40. That's pretty good.
You are pretty certain that you could open up a doorway to enter into that gem. You're not. You don't think from this side. At least it's not particularly easy. You're not sure how you open it up the other way, but you are pretty certain that you could enter into that gem.
Oh. Sorry, guys, but I've got this weakness for pissing the team off with things involving prisons, right? Yeah, I think I will give Kid Miracle some, in case I do not return instructions to hand the gems over to Freeze.
He'll go. Wait! What are you doing, Miracle?
Oh, I've got to see what's going on in here.
But what about the boom tube? What about Dark Side?
Sorry, go ahead.
There might be aid in here after all. Richards is the only man I know of that's actually managed to stop the Illuminati. If we're fighting Savage now, his help could be invaluable. And come on, aren't you the least bit curious if this can be done?
I am, but well, I guess you know best if you think we should leave the others.
If I don't make it back, I've taught you how to build a mother box. You're more than capable of stopping Darkseid.
Okay.
And off we go.
And will you go into the prison gem?
I will.
You will enter into the Phantom Zone?
I will.
Okay. There is a clatter to the floor as the gem falls to the ground. And Miracle Man Jr. will pick it up and kind of looks around and goes looking for Mr. Freeze. We'll come back to you, Miracle.
Here, kid, he would have wanted you to have it. Hand him his shield.
All right, so you have finished getting the computer downloads freeze.
Okay.
Iron Man, you've got that stuff together.
Well, if I have a chance, I want to work on something.
Well, I assumed you were working on that.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Uh, but that was really important what we did.
Okay.
If you want to do something else, I can double the time that it takes Carl to do that.
You don't let Carl tell you what's important.
No, I don't. I walked in and I didn't even know what I'm doing. I just made a roll. So
Okay.
Okay,
Like-
Ben.
okay.
No. Oh God. That was shitty.
Well, but see, the thing is, you walked in, you didn't even know what you're doing, you just made a roll. Now you're just like Matt.
All right then.
Go on. I'll
But see,
catch
Matt
up.
takes that as
Go
a
ahead.
compliment.
So, you realize that Iron Man, you're checking your thing. You can see that the scramblers and stuff. You have a kind of a timer on how long you have before you need to move on, and you guys are really starting to hit into that red zone.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Well, is the temporal distortion going to follow us?
No.
Yeah. Go watch TV. Go ahead. Dealing with kids.
Okay. So freeze. You will gather everyone together.
Okay, before we go, and I
Okay.
think this should be extremely quick, and you just tell me if it is or not.
Sure.
Um,
Absolutely.
Want to get an inventory of whatever the hell was in our lab that was, and that we needed. That was valuable.
You mean in your many labs? What
No,
do you mean?
no. In this room that Beast took.
Oh, in
He
the
wants to
vault?
look at the video feed to see what Beast took.
Well, that or
What's missing?
Why
the
don't
best
you go
way
ahead?
to
Why don't you go ahead and make a roll for me?
what kind of roll?
This will be a notice.
Is it
roll.
a Reno, Nevada roll?
Yeah, it's a Reno, Nevada roll.
What is it now? Sorry.
Notice.
My notice is crap. That's another hero point. My notice is
I would like to now start a fight, please. No.
plus 10.
Okay. The problem is that
Hold
the
on.
video is okay. Are you spending your hero point?
Yes, I am. There you go. 25.
25. It looks like he was looking around, and that he got rushed, and he grabbed two things. One essentially clearly is the container that the gem used to be in, and it had Miracle not taken it, it would have been in that. Other thing he grabs is essentially some of that Fenton equipment that you guys had from the very first second session.
Yeah, the interdimensional crap or whatever it was.
Some of the stuff that he had that was very weird, that you weren't sure what the tech was.
Oh, okay.
Hit the good, whatever it was.
Okay, we're out of here.
Okay, and you will realize that Mr. Miracle is not there.
Okay.
Kid Miracle! What happened to Mr. Miracle?
He will hold up the gem.
I will say, oh shit, let's get going now. Time to go.
Okay, you guys will take off, heading off. Where do you guys want to go?
Well,
There
we're going to try and get.
There are, let me count if I'm kind of getting my count here. There are 10 of you plus a sentinel. Sorry, 9 of you plus
we
a
may be
sentinel.
chopping off the sentinel's head. How tall is the sentinel?
They're what, 20 feet tall?
Okay. Loki, I'm thinking that we need to bring you down to size, and we'll get you another body. Probably better.
But I've only just gotten used to this.
Well, do you think you can keep up? It's up to you. You tell us. We're going to probably go down.
Can you
below.
shrink yourself, Loki, with your pseudoscience?
No, I cannot do that. But he will turn to Thor. Thor, oh my liege. What are your orders, sire?
Will you fit on Simeon's body?
Just kidding.
Will you fit on Gambit's butt? Oh.
Oh, God. There are rituals for that, if you wish to bring me the head of that mutate.
No, it was just a jest. Well, since you can't fit down in the sewers as a sentinel, can he?
No.
Then
We will find you a better body. Trust me. You have proved yourself.
I'm afraid the head comes off. Let me.
Oh.
No, it pops off. It pops off. We designed it that way.
Well, no, you
Oh.
rolled a critical last week
Oh,
when you,
okay,
when you
okay.
assembled it, so it's actually incredibly easy to detach. And so it looks like you're traveling along with a Futurama version of Loki with his head in the bottle. And you guys will take off into the sewers, even as you're hearing essentially drilling gear and the sounds of explosions up above as the base starts to be peeled away like an onion from the street. But that will get quieter very quickly as you guys vanish down into the sewers.
Do we activate the nuclear self-destruct?
Do you wish to activate the self-destruct?
Oh, that's up to Iron Man.
It looked like they were. So is our base going to maintain its temporal distortion?
No.
Is it going to? Okay, so that has been disrupted.
Yes.
If we get self-destructed, I say go for it. I mean,
I would. Yes, I would say let's give it a minute to get populated, and then pop the cap.
All right. So there is that thing. We cut to the scene outside on the street level with the various ruined buildings up there, and we can see the Sentinel Brigade landing and beginning to tear through the rubble there. Several of them, laser blasts cutting through sections. We cut to the shots inside the base with all your trophies and stuff, and that blowing up as they cut into it, and then the Sentinels descending down into there en masse, making their way through, tearing through walls, cutting their way down, searching for the strange energy signature, and they get down to that central base thing.
The computer is talking, Dr. Savage.
And Savage,
Put it close to me.
get out
Let me
of
hear
there!
it.
He's played by Schwarzenegger. Get to the chopper! And it will explode out. The waves rocking across the uninhabited section of Manhattan with no collateral damage or innocent bystanders affected by this massive explosion that you set up in a major populated area.
Thank
Well,
God.
because there's none left alive.
Yeah.
This is what happens when I leave you guys alone.
And so you guys will head off into the sewers, clutching the gem that Miracle left behind when he vanished. Miracle, can I ask you a question?
I think
Sure.
it's something stupid.
Can you tell me what you took with you into the gem?
Just whatever I had on me, I guess. My mother box, my shield. And I guess I had a gem with me as well, didn't I? I had two of them.
Yes, you do.
Damn, fuck. What
You took a
happens
gem
when you
into a
take a
gem?
portable hole and you stick it in a bag of holding? Interdimensional flux.
Oh, I'm sure nothing bad.
Nexus breaching.
All right.
Oh.
So, Miracle, you are in
No.
a gray and futureless void. It is a floating area. You can sort of see yourself there, and you almost seem translucent to yourself there as you're floating around in this mist, this unknown realm inside this gem.
Zone of Phantoms.
What is it that you want to do?
I will start, venturing in, surveying the area. I know who's in there. I know Richards is the guy I'm looking for, so I'm going to start trying to seek really him or anyone out in the featureless area.
Why don't you make a will save for me?
All right.
Your will has been reduced by 27 points. But I made it. Yes, you made it. Next turn.
Yeah. All right. Not quite as good as my dodge, but yeah, not terrible.
Okay. And do you have a skill in concentration?
No, I don't think I do. Let me see. That's
I think that's wisdom based.
I have a +4 concentration
Okay. Why
total.
don't you make a roll for that for me?
Ooh.
All right.
Less hero point. Oh boy.
So it goes up to a 14. All right. Hang on one second. I have to go grab something, and then we'll continue on with that particular adventure.
Oh, oh.
Alas, poor Mr. Bear.
It sounds like somebody's rolling physical dice in the background.
My son is trying to shove a screwdriver into the case of my computer.
Ah, he's a natural born engineer, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm watching. You know, he's not putting it near the power.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old is this son?
This one is 2.5.
Oh,
So,
see, he doesn't have the strength to do any damage.
there's really wide open holes in the top of this thing, so he could shove something down in there, and which would then probably hit a fan or something, and then it would become dramatic. So, you know, there's potential for mayhem.
All right, Miracle. You will press yourself forward, and it takes you a bit of concentrating your will to kind of move out. That your body has to kind of adjust to more of a psychic propulsion than a physical form, and it feels like you are limited to the agility of your own mind in kind of moving and acting throughout here. So you
Okay,
feel
well,
a little more perhaps lethargic.
if that is the case, let me use my mother box to boost my will.
Okay. That is fair enough to give yourself that edge. You are trying to concentrate on Reed Richards to kind of make contact with him. Is that what you're trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You will. I gotta pull my stuff together here.
Let's take a question. Will's more defensive? Is there a
Oh yeah. What
attribute?
you
I
actually want to
suppose?
do is, I believe that the bonus for concentration is wisdom, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you want to boost your wisdom.
Okay. So let me brief adjustment here.
Mm.
So if I raise my wisdom by 10.
No.
Okay. Yep.
Why don't you make another roll for me?
Oh, yes.
All right. 20. Oh boy.
Okay.
Ugh. Ugh. Let's do it again.
Oh,
That's not great either, but
We're definitely getting into a fight now.
You will
oh yeah.
Hear kind of a voice, and it will say, "Who is this?"
It's Mr. Miracle, the world's greatest escape artist.
Who who is what? I don't understand. You are how you've not been how did you I don't he sounds confused and tired.
Well, the world's greatest escape artist surely would seek out the world's greatest prison, wouldn't he?
Because you're a fucking idiot.
How did you enter into the gem?
That took some doing, but I was persistent.
What but
Why would you do something so stupid?
he goes, did you bring a means of escape? Otherwise you're trapped here.
Well, I've brought myself.
You didn't bring another one of the gems with you?
Oh, you're so sweet.
Well, I just so happen whips out a gem.
And you go, you did. Thank God. There are a few of us, those who entrapped them here, who have managed to hide ourselves away.
Dr. Richards, I presume?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
I'm a big fan. A really big fan.
Allow me to. You have to move via mental movements. You may find yourself like you're swimming now, and it takes some time to adjust.
I've noticed. Luckily, I've had a little bit of help. So you said that there are others like you here.
Yes, a few of the other heroes who assisted in taking down the corrupt cabal.
Well, how would you feel if I told you there's an opportunity for you to finish the job?
Well, if you can get myself and my comrades out, I mean, we never thought that'd be possible.
All things are possible.
I will send you a projection and follow it to me,
All right.
and you will begin to feel sort of the tug as he extends his mental energy to draw you to him.
All right, I'll follow that.
All right. Meanwhile, we'll cut back to Freeze and company.
Okay. So, are we still moving, or are we?
You guys,
safe?
where are you going to go? Where do you want to go? What kind of place do you want to be at now? Do you want to head to Jersey? Do you want to try and find another deep underground location? How do you want to approach this?
I think we need to have a deep underground location.
Well, Carl,
yeah.
before you, let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah, this is my opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we need to have a deep underground location so we can hopefully deal with the miracle thing and also analyze our data and figure out our plan. And so it's someplace that's hard for us to be found for a little while. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, one of the sites that might offer us some kind of ability to analyze and have resources at our disposal is, do you remember the big robot that we fought? Right? Remember that?
Yeah, we buried under
Right.
the ground. Yeah, well,
that never happened here.
yes. Correct.
However, the base that we then went to chasing them down probably still exists.
oh,
and
another
probably is valid.
base, another
It's another Cabal base,
Oh, the Destroyer's base or the offshore
Yes.
base? Okay.
the Destroyer's base.
All right.
And this might give us, because, okay, for example, we go deep underground into
that's
a
fine.
big cave.
That's
What do we
fine.
do?
That's fine. That's fine.
So that's just my
Fabian
thought.
still has giant robot dreams.
I do. That robot exists somewhere.
Well, his wife is
And
coming
Loki's
back,
head
so he's hoping that his Sentinel gets found
And Loki's head needs to be put on top of it. I know.
Exactly.
on top of his gigantic red robot.
Yep. If you know what I mean. Okay.
Hey,
you're
don't
gonna-
be so heavy-handed about it,
I
okay?
know. You guys are going to try and make your way
You,
to
you
the-
guys are making jokes about Red Ronin from the Marvel Godzilla series, right?
Yeah.
Oh, damn right. I like him too. He was a good one.
There's that great George Perez run on the Avengers where they fight Red Ronin. I love that issue. Okay, so you guys will make your way to the location of the destroyer's base, and you guys will. How do you want to? Do you want to come up from underground? Do you want to pop and survey the area? How do you want to do that?
Let's come up from underground, but before we penetrate, scan for communications or computer activity, that kind of thing.
Okay, sure. Why don't you make an electronics roll for me there, Fabian, and you as well, Carl.
I have electronics crafting. I don't.
Oh, well, just make a science roll then. We'll base it. I've got
Physical-
two separate
physical-
things. Yeah, that's fine.
Physical sciences.
Sure.
Brennan's messed up with my computer. I'm having a hard time.
Yes, old Brennan
Typing
messed up
anything.
the computer.
Did he puke on it?
No.
No.
So Carl still wins there.
Carl still wins.
All right. I'll relog. Go ahead and do Carl's first then.
Okay.
There we go.
All right,
28.
28. Okay, and we'll wait till Fabian rolls. Thor, you're moving through here. Again, it is a big group of you traveling through the undersewers. A little disturbing, moving so much through this darkness and stuff, like moving through the bowels of hell again.
Oh,
Maybe
bad fun.
Oh, all right. Gotta
bits-
like that.
bits and flashes of that experience coming back to you, because while it was perhaps a few months to your compatriots, it was eons for you, a durance that you have put behind you, but now having to move through these places reminds you of it.
And I just don't like skulking around.
Right. You will be able to get some of the jamming stuff, and very quickly, when you guys come up, sort of up a little bit higher from the underground, you will realize that this is a major center of operations.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Oh,
all
okay.
kinds of communications, all kinds of energy, all kinds of activity around here.
Well, that's good to know.
Is it bad? Is it?
Yeah, it's bad
is it a-
guys.
You maybe get some signals. It looks like prison camps and enforcement facilities, and sentinels moving around. And it looks like the base that you guys were headed towards seems to be a major base for one of Vandal Savage's groups. You guess, based on the information that you have, the Furies, the ones that are led by the Dark Queen, Scaldi.
Oh, this is her.
This is one of yeah.
Or at least affiliated with her. Or at
That's
least we think
that's
so.
her group. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, okay, let's get away from here.
Okay.
Excellent
Why
place
doesn't
to.
somebody make a stealth roll for me, just to kind of cover your?
That would be Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler's not with you, so he doesn't get to roll.
What?
Yeah, wait, where is Nightcrawler now? Good question.
Oh, he's with you in spirit, but he's not with you.
He's on the computer looking at something else.
Yeah. Well, no, he vanishes into the darkness, as he often does. So why don't you guys?
Oh, elongated man. Yeah, come out of your jar.
I can roll stealth.
Hold on. What do I have here for stealth? I don't even know if I have it. I have stealth +1.
Let's
Okay.
see. Hold on. Thor might have
Thor
stealth.
might have stealth.
Let's see if I can.
I have stealth. Charge! Oh, sorry. I have stealth for others.
Where's the damn stealth? I've got +4.
Oh, shit.
And what was your stealth, Iron Man?
Oh, I beat him by -3.
Okay, well, Thor, we're following your lead. What do you want to do here?
Thor, why don't you roll your stealth?
I don't want to interrupt, but this is awesome. There are kids setting off fireworks in my street, not knowing that the guy that moved in across the street about 3 months ago is a detective in this town.
Oh no.
Oh, I hope he's
Ah!
home.
I thought you were saying he is like a PTSD vet.
That's what I thought you were going to say too. I was like, shit, you're really bad.
Thor
So
is sneaky, surprisingly.
you will have the sense that perhaps your activity has raised some alert, but you guys will move on quickly. Essentially, you've increased the general heat level on yourselves a little bit.
Okay. So
Okay.
let's go to dark underground cave.
What about the water research facility?
Water
Let's see.
research facility was mobile, wasn't it?
Yes.
And
I
that's
thought it was
also
out. I thought it was
really
out. Just out in the bay.
so it's mobile. So I doubt it's going to be. I'd be highly unlikely to be there.
Well, let's see. Do you want to spend a hero point for a piece of inspiration?
Sure, why not?
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay. You guys do know if you're looking for bases that were retired and closed down, there was that original facility of Fenton's that you dealt
Oh,
with
that's right.
that was
Oh,
off the
so-
grid and had been off the grid for quite a while.
That's right.
That's right.
When he
with
dropped
black
the building
hole
on
trap.
top of it.
Yeah, with the graviton well and all that stuff.
I remember the Graviton well. That
Sounds
was
like a
fun.
plan.
Yeah, that was the first time I called you an idiot for jumping to this.
So you guys will make your way there. Again, moving through a city with high heat. Why don't one of you just make another stealth roll?
Thor.
Why are you? The God of Thunder is not. Where do I step, Loki?
Oh yeah, you can tag him for a +2.
All right. Oh yeah, not
Yeah.
so good.
No.
I guess Thor has to roll another hero point. Unless I step on a sentinel.
Okay. So you guys will press onwards and making your way to the Fenton base. It is dilapidated, dusty, oil and grime, very much like it was when you were there. Sort of that abandoned sort of 1960s look stuff, things covered with cloth tarps and things, oil stains and stuff, but active. And there are some machines that are up and running in here. And the place has clearly been used as a base within the last few months. And there is technological equipment there.
Is this Fenton style stuff?
Yeah, that kind of crazy, lunatic, weird science stuff that made no sense to you guys.
I forgot what was Fenton doing. Was it interdimensional or what was he? What was he? God,
Well,
that was like 10 years ago, I think.
that was like 2 years
Strange.
ago.
I think it was like 3. Yeah, we've been doing it.
He was his main
Homeless
plan.
people were disappearing.
Homeless people were disappearing, but
Oh,
mainly
right.
he was trying to get you to mind control you guys to use his weapons in some sort of war. At the end, you believe that the thing that he was worried about was Starro, and that's why he was simply trying to control you guys. When you actually captured him, he essentially temporally distorted himself.
That's right. And he kind of disappeared. I mean, so we never had him, and we had his dead body.
You
But
had a body, yes.
right, but
Right. But he temporally distorted himself, so perhaps the temporal distortion we caused somehow made him come back, so he could still be around.
well, he could be around anyways, because he could. I mean, even if he was killed in the Cabal or whatever, he could have used the same ability and avoided death and just laid low.
And there will be that shift and that sense of something happening in the room, and you'll see Fenton standing there, and you'll see him kind of blink, and he kind of looks around.
We come in peace. We come in peace.
I just escaped you.
No, we're not us.
Well,
Well, maybe us.
probably us.
Yes.
But a lot has happened since
How
then
did you?
from our
How
perspective.
did you manage
It's-
to keep up with my cunning escape plan?
It's a very long story, and I think we're on the same side at this point. Our enemies, I'm pretty sure, are what you're going to define as your enemies.
Stands there. Meanwhile, in the Phantom Zone, Mr. Miracle,
God, we're screwed.
why don't you make a wisdom check for me?
All right.
We're getting played like a fiddle.
Oh, don't say that.
This has cinnamon lion all over it.
17.
You will press through the void again. In the distance, maybe forms, shapes that you see, screams, cries,
Is that Monel?
as meant, and that kind of distant thing. Some of it, maybe as you concentrate, you can maybe see something of the real world, but it's hard to tell. And it's this weird, distorted feeling. You're used to that since the new gods think in 5 dimensions, but you haven't had to do that for so long in this human form, in on the sort of more common terrestrial plane. But you will see up ahead what appears to be kind of a distortion that opens up for you, and you will see a set of figures in there, beckoning to you.
Oh yes. Beckett.
Can I make out anything about these figures?
Sure. Why don't you make a notice roll for me?
All right. Otis, where are you? All right. That's when I put some points into. Oh,
Ooh, yeah, you
jeez.
do have some points in that, don't you?
Enough to salvage another crappy roll. Hopefully.
Okay. You will
Add 10 to that. 33.
see that there is what appears to be a seated figure, tall, lanky, matches the image that you've seen of Richards before, though his hair has gone more gray. You'll see with him is a figure who looks a little bit like Spider-Man. You know how you saw that sort of spider mask on the other guy
Mm-hmm.
there, and another figure who is sort of made of orange stone there, and finally another one that looks like a woman with her hair sort of tied back, and Richards will say, "Miracle, quickly come before I need to raise the barrier before we are spotted."
I will dash forward to join them.
And he will look to you, and he's still seated. He will reach out his hand to shake your hand.
I'm going to shake his hand and pull him in and give him the big back slap and hug. Telling him, I can't tell you how excited I am to meet you.
Oh,
Truly, you are one of the champions of humanity against anti-life.
And you'll realize that actually, when you kind of pick him up, that clearly he actually can't stand on his own.
Is he bald?
And the others will kind of move forward when you do that to kind of catch him from you and set him back down. He'll say, "You have to
Oh.
forgive me, Miracle."
No, forgive me.
Uh, we we fought a fight here. I did not know what would happen when we came through, but the battle has continued, and there are many adversaries. Even now, I fear that your presence may have alerted some of them.
I was worried about that myself. I represent a group of people that have been carrying on your fight back in the world, and well, I've been working for some time to try to get you out because we know what you've done, and quite frankly, you deserve to get out of here. We know the sacrifice you made. Um, Unfortunately, we're going to be bringing you back into another battle.
Another battle I don't understand. Were there remnants of the Cabal who
Vandal
survived?
Savage still remains.
Savage. He managed to escape. I hadn't seen him here.
Yeah, and you wouldn't believe the mess he's made on the other side.
Ah, well, he was a dangerous criminal.
I think more than any of us would have guessed.
Well, we should go soon. Go quickly.
Well, luckily for you, I'm very good at getting out of places where I shouldn't be.
You have the gem?
I do.
Then let us use it to escape.
Explain how that works.
As I understand it, the gem in here itself becomes a gate. The only way to escape from here is to bring another one of the shards inside of the prison.
Okay, well, because Scott has me suspicious now, cynical son of a bitch, can I apply a blast of mind reading from Mother Box while he's saying this?
So you want to drop your wisdom boost for that?
I would have to drop the wisdom boost.
In the middle of our space.
Yes, it's the middle.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
All right, so let's see, where are you? And it's surface only, so I can't, I'm not
Okay.
taking that apart. I'm
Sure,
just,
okay.
detecting, falsehoods and whatnot.
Hang on one second. Sorry, something came up. I have to grab something. And you will do that, and you got a 39.
Yep.
You will get the quick impression off of him, certainly relief, and also probably the phrase
Sucker.
"fool of a new god." Soon I will make my way back. I and my compatriots will be the only ones to make our way. Oh, he's reading my mind. And you will see Mr. Fantastic. Reed Richards will look up at you and he'll go, "So, Miracle." And his visage will transform and you will see Xavier. Let's roll for initiative, shall we?
All right.
Oh!
Shit.
Yeah, that's role playing, guys. Now, I separated what I
Hey,
know about Cherish from what my character knows.
Okay.
oh, I wasn't even thinking of that. See, I just figured that it was Reed Richards who couldn't walk. No, I would actually say that this, because in the end you could do just this with Richards, and so you took a big chance, and it could have paid off, and it could still pay off.
All right. So that's
don't
that.
worry.
So the 14 is that. So the first one who is going to go is the yellow guy. Um, will let loose with a blast of ice at you. What's your defense?
Defense is now 22. Thank you. Power rank 17.
Okay. So,
See, there was a fight.
so I have to hit a 32.
Mhm.
So essentially, the thing will transform into Iceman and will let loose a blast of ice at you. You will see the blonde woman turn into a redhead, and you will also see then the first figure of Spider-Man turns into essentially another version of Cyclops. Um, so you have your action now. There are 4 supervillains. You're in the Phantom Zone. One of them is Charles
Ah,
Xavier.
four supervillains. One's Charles Xavier. All right. Let me. I will use a. Are things even physical here though? Does that even make sense? Oh, questions, questions, questions. I
Kick him in the
will.
legs.
Sweep the leg.
You got a problem with that?
I will look for stairs.
Don't spoil it.
Let me use a
What should I
on
tell
the
Dad.
Cyclops figure.
Okay,
I
I
will
sorry, I
use
didn't catch that
acrobatic
over
bluff.
Fabian's thing.
Sorry,
That's okay.
I thought I muted it.
Curse you, Fabian. I'll use acrobatic bluff on the Cyclops guy,
Okay.
and I look for my bonus on that. Let us enter skills now. Acrobatics is a whopping plus 31.
Okay.
Um, so
All
so he
right.
has to beat a 45 to avoid getting
So he
tricked.
does not. He is tricked now. Are you doing it as a move or as an action?
I'm doing this as a move.
Okay.
Trying to, as I'm staying close to Xavier and kind of taunting him, trying to get him to blast at me. And at the same time, I am then going to use my boost to put my will back up.
Okay. Let us see. All right. So first goes Ms. I need you to make a will save, sir.
Oh, come on, dice. Oh, I've got 3 points left. Oh, there we go. 34.
34. Okay, so you will resist the damage as she lets loose with a psychic scream in your mind. Next, Cyclops will attempt to hit you. So he needs to hit a 32 to hit you.
Yep.
I could do it. That is not enough. So let's see if so we do even or odds. Even or odds on Xavier.
Let's go even.
Even. So he will blast Xavier.
Take his head off.
And he kind of knocks Xavier back against whatever is at the back of this sort of thing, and there is kind of a crackle as some of the sort of imagery around the sort of psychic fortress that Xavier has put up to isolate you guys from the rest of the Phantom Zone, and that will start to crack and crumble.
Ooh, we're gonna have more visitors.
And you will now realize that Xavier has maybe been doing something to keep you isolated from the rest of the Phantom Zone, because you'll start to see sort of emerging in the distance silhouettes of other figures and energy
Oh.
going on around here, and they seem to be drawn like lightning bugs. And now, Xavier is stunned, right? So, Make a notice roll for me, Miracle.
All right. So that's what, 18, I think. Finally, a good roll.
You will see, as there's that kind of crack in the thing, you will see what appears to be Reed Richards.
All right.
Chained and manacled, what looks like psychic sort of manacles that must be spiked on the inside, worn and haggard and kept alive, his very soul stripped and bruised and broken here and kept as a plaything for Xavier, but his eyes still sharp and piercing and determined even in the face of this. Clearly Xavier needed to keep him for the possibility of information he might have. So that was all of them. Xavier recovers from being stunned, and Iceman is going to attempt to area of effect hit you, sir. So go ahead and make your dodge roll.
Dodge again, huh? All right. So that's a dodge roll is a what?
So that's a reflex.
Reflex?
Save. Yep.
All right. Reflex is pretty good.
26. So you will avoid, essentially, as he lays down, a massive freezing area, essentially trying to harden the very whatever moisture and cold. I mean, it doesn't really exist here, but that's the way he sees it. And you will roll out of the way of that. Your action. What are you doing, Miracle?
All right. So can I try to get to where Richards is?
It will take a full move to get to him, sure.
All right, I will do that.
Okay. Anything else you're doing on that action? When you get
Full
up to him?
move. And so I've got an action.
Well, no, you could spend a hero point to take an action.
Oh, so it was a full action then.
Yes.
Full round action, whatever.
Because your move isn't boosted, because you got your wisdom boosted.
Yeah. Oh, I've got 2 of them left. Oh. Let's use a hero point, and we're gonna try to use a disable device to get Richards out of his bonds.
All right. Well, you are the master of disabling device. Go ahead and make that roll for me.
All right, skills. Why do you disable device? I just boosted you. All right. 31.
31. You will get some of it off of him on that round. Okay. Now, the bad guys. You will see figures coming in. Names you've heard of in the Cabal ledgers. Illuminati figures approaching from a distance. The Purple Man, Gray Gargoyle, Graviton, Hydro Man, Mentalo, Mr. Fear, Doctor Strange, Scarecrow, Typhoid Mary, Silver Samurai, all of these figures coming this way. Here,
Except for Doctor Strange, you're a legion of jabronis.
Jabronis. So
there's a lot of jabronis.
So I need you to make another will save against Phoenix's attack.
All right, that should be doable now. Where'd you go? 19.
Oh, look
Boom.
at that! And then I'm going to try and hit you with Cyclops here. So he's going to do that. So I have to hit 22.